Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode right here at Catholic Table Talk Podcast. This is the podcast where everything Catholic is on the table once again this week, episode 108. We're going to talk about vacation, like what to do for some vacation. Is it vacationing for the body, or are you vacationing for the soul? And this kind of has a lot, kind of some similarities as of last year's show with the ordinary time, and kind of the importance of ordinary time. It kind of has a lot of similarities with that, so I would encourage you to go back and watch that show from last summer I did about not really taking the summer off. But before we get to that, thank you again watching on YouTube and Facebook. Hello everyone, thank you for watching and listening on there. For everyone else listening on our audio networks, thank you for that. Welcome back to the show. First time listeners, thank you for subscribing, following, liking the show, and listening to it. If you have a show topic, requests, ordering merchandise, sponsorship details, please email us at catholictt@gmail.com. Again, it's catholictt@gmail.com, the official email of Catholic Table Talk Podcast. So make sure you do that, as well as just, like I said, share the show on all of our platforms. Down below in the description, we have all the links to all the platforms we're on, so check them out as well. And like I said, we're always looking for speakers and new show topics, so keep us in the loop, and your feedback is always helpful. So, alright, so again, like I mentioned, we talked about the importance of ordinary time last year, and I think I got a lot of great feedback from that. A lot of people really liked doing that. A lot of people said that, you know, it was really helpful for them. So that was great feedback for that show. Listen, this one is kind of the same as, again, vacation for, the body, for the soul. And basically what I mean by it is like, yeah, you will have a vacation for the body, meaning if you work endless hours during the winter time, if you're like me, who's in the, you know, if who we get winters, um, you kind of want to get outside and just kind of get a suntan in the summertime and not really do too much of anything besides grill, be at a lake, and hang out with family and friends and go to graduation parties. And weddings. That's all you really want to do. But you can't really take a vacation for the soul because, again, you're trying to live out God's will and to swim it for your life every single day, 365 days a year. Um, Again, we don't really take it off for Christmas, Christmas break, like kids do for school. We don't take it off for, you know, Easter break or spring break or anything. We shouldn't, and we shouldn't take it off for summer as well. So I got a couple articles, including kind of the top 10 best national parks in the country. So I'll go through this quick. The first one here it's called Vacation for the Sake of Vision. It's from Lifecraft website, just published recently. And the author says, award vacation comes from an interesting Latin verb that means to be idle, which basically you are idle when it comes to vacation, or empty, free, or unoccupied. This gives occasion to consider an important question. Why do we go on vacation anyway? Vacations reasonably can have various purposes, but a line in the 46th Psalm can point to a deeper potential of our vacations. In the Latin, it says, Vica Veda. These are pure imperatives and can be translated to be still open or unoccupied or idle. And see, this is a remarkable directive. In order to be able to see, we must at least sometimes stop at the other things we are doing. St. Thomas Aquinas, reflecting on this line, comments that through the rest and or quiet of the mind that we have come to vision, that is, especially to the knowledge of higher things. Herein we have a great angle for thinking about our vacation. It's not that it should be a retreat, certainly not if it's a family vacation with children, But we can ask ourselves how a family vacation or any vacation might be an occasion for coming to see or grasp more fully certain important things, such as the beauty and gift of the nature of the natural world, the importance of family relationships in our life, the power of being together in a simple ways are with those who we love, the gift of being a child of God, and so on. Let me be clear, the author is saying, I'm not suggesting we be overly serious about vacation and thereby undermine its very nature as a restful uh, getaway, but rather I'm suggesting we can make vacation a better use as a restful getaway if we are attuned to a key truth about human nature. Our downtime on both occasions and is itself enriched by uh, a contemplative approach. In other words, our vacations will be more enjoyable and have more lasting fruits if we bear in mind the imperative. Be still and see, or vacation and seek a vision. My own family vacations show that stillness and rest will take some carving out with some creativity, and there will necessarily be at least some frantic moments in spending this time together, but that's fine if nothing else. My value is a kind of stillness and deeper rest, for the sake of vision, can give a richer color to our vacation. Experience this year even in the midst of a fury of activity. And they have a video on vacation, a household approach. I'll have these links up for you in the description box below. But again, basically that's the end of the article. But again, I kind of want to go back to basically my main takeaway was um, the just being out together. Like, we can ask ourselves how our family vacation or any vacation, I know I'm kind of vocation, but it's vacation, might be an occasion for coming to see or grasp more fully certain important things. I mean, let's be realistic. Like me, if I'm at the lake or if we're camping or if we're just kind of being outside in nature, it just seems more very simple. The things just to be more simple. It just seems like you just kind of slow down your rest. And that's a great thing to do. It's especially if you live in a busy town, busy street, just even a busy country road, and you live on a busy ranch or whatever. You just kind of get in this routine of doing the same thing over and over again, just being busy, especially during summertime. I mean, after all, it is probably the best season of all. I'm sure at least most people probably might agree with that. But again, it's taking that time of, again, resting the body, but most importantly, resting the soul, and not really undermine the vacation terms of it. You still want to have fun. You still want to do stuff. It's not like you have to sit there and reflect on everything around you, but really take the time to really see God's beauty, like they say, in the nature, and just the family and friends trying to amend the ties if you have a broken family or broken relationship with someone. If you know, just been kind of not really talking to God or praying to God a whole bunch lately or wherever, that would be a good time to do that. So, again, vacation is a time for rest for the body, but it shouldn't really be a rest for the soul. So, again, don't, I mean, like I said, you have to overdo it, but at least take some time every vacation and do it as a family if you have your children or your grandchildren, and spend some time in prayer and maybe go to church and have time in adoration to a different church if you're on vacation, or make sure you go to Sunday Mass while you're on vacation. I know it's difficult, but that's what we're supposed to do. So anyway, so again, got one more article. It's gonna be a little longer, but some National Catholic Register. Great Adventure with Christ, Catholic Summer Camps for kings and teens offer spiritual nourishment and time in God's creation. So basically, again, this kind of goes to the parents here, but Looking for a way that your Catholic kids can learn more about the faith and get in touch with nature? If so, these options might be the best fit for your youth this summer. So at summer camps, Catholic summer camps are really, incorporating an outside the box approach. They are a new trend of Catholic summer camps that are moving away from a traditional model of vocation Bible school program. Catholic summer camps for kids and teens are now placing elements such as an outdoor wilderness activities and exploring nature at the forefront of their focus. These camps can be seen providing a combination of outdoor fun and spiritual nourishment. Some examples of Catholic summer camps that demonstrate this essential combination include Annunciation Heights, Our Lady Guadalupe, and Catholic Youth Summer Camp. Annunciation Heights is a youth and family camp and retreat center located in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. It focuses primarily on developing a love for the outdoors and providing a safe and faith-based environment to youth, young adults, and families, according to its website. The camp is held under the patronage of Mary, under of knots, and seeks to display the beauty of God's creation. Therefore, deposes our visitors to encounter the Creator who longs to break through in their lives in a new and transformative way. Programs include summer camps, family camps, and educational activities during the school year. So again, that's one in Rocky Mountains. That'd be kind of cool, right in the heart of the Rocky Mountains. And they do mass outside, and it's really, really cool. You say mass on a mountain with mountains behind you in the background. What more beautiful of God's creation is that? We provide a place and program for youth, young adults, and families to withdraw from hectic and busy culture and come to know and experience a true friendship with Jesus. The website states the camp schedule for the summer runs through the fourth session, which is usually, started, in June and runs through the last session is in the late July. So basically, kind of have different types of sessions, like a couple of sessions, June, July. So maybe a little late this year, but check into it next year. So the registrar spoke to Luke Haviland, Director of Operations at the Autumn Institution, which sponsors the youth program there and family camps, about Capo's experience. I think what sets our camp apart from them and also from all the other camps around the country is really our mission to the family, he said. This camp sees itself as serving the Catholic family via all of its programs. The programs at this camp include summer youth and summer family camps and outdoor education opportunities as part of the JP Outdoor Lab. The JP Outdoor Lab offers programs in the spirit of Pope St. John Paul II that encompasses both environmental science and outdoor education from a Catholic perspective. There are also retreats and conferences on the weekends, and so we see all of that ultimately, whether it's directly or indirectly, serving as the Catholic family. He also described the prime location of the camp, sitting right in the foot of Long's Peak and being nestled in the mountains. We have a location that is particularly immense in beauty, which obviously rebounds to the glory of God. You cannot be in this place and not glorify the Creator by looking at the beauty surrounding you, he said, which is true. He also explained the different avenues the campers can experience, both the outdoor and opportunities for catechesis. He discusses how the elements of catechesis and prayer are organic and not forced. Examples include discussing high hopes and starting conversation on trusting God, and creation can start a conversation all by itself. And so when you're at the top of a summit and you have an experience of awe at the beauty of creation, he said, that is such an easy opportunity then to connect that to the glory of the Creator and not just the creation itself. He also remarked that there is a balance with moments of intense spiritual programming alongside fun activities, with both seeking to create an opportunity to the whole, to whole, to form the whole person. The CAP also offers daily mass, adoration, and prayer experiences, as well as spiritual talks in small groups. A mountain meditation starts each day. A staff member leads a meditation while Kappas soak in the mountain sun and listen to the calm stream of the river alongside them. This is a time for Kappas to set out in the morning, he said, a place of rootedness and encounter with God in the silence. Parents interested in the CAP can learn more by watching this video on the site. And again, just going to run through a couple others real quickly here. LA Guadalupe. It focuses on both outdoor engagement and spiritual enrichment. It is the Lady of Guadalupe Catholic Summer Camp located in the Archdiocese of Oklahoma City. The mission is to empower and inform the saints of today and tomorrow to know, love, and serve God and bring His message to all people. A three-part system from Kappas. For Kappas is to encounter Christ, to foster cultural discipleship, and to engage in outdoor activities in nature. As a part of this camp, children have plenty of faith-filled resources such as daily mass, praying with scripture, and daily adoration. Additionally, throughout the program, Kappas can learn and practice different ways to pray, and there is a strong practice on sacramental life and prayer. The fourth session, again, is in June, and the last session, again, concludes in late July. Joyce Palmer, Director of Youth, Young Adult, and Campus Ministry at the Archdiocese of Oklahoma City, shared the benefits of the CAP experience with the register. At Cap Guadalupe, Kappas are given the opportunity to step away from the world, phones, and technology while being invited to abundant life through encounter discipleship and adventure. We have a strong focus on sacramental life and prayer through our CAP program, where Kappas learn and practice different ways to pray. Kappas have daily mass and are taught to pray with scripture, and have small groups throughout the day. Our program features fun skits, dance parties, and talks that are an invitation to joy and adventure through the life with Christ. He discussed how Kappas spend the majority of the time in cabin groups that are named after different states. They spend time fostering community with other Kappas and have deep conversations throughout the week. Our focus on adventure is not just on activities, but also inviting youth to the great adventure with Christ, he said. So again, that's Our Lady of Guadalupe. Last one is Catholic Youth Summer Camp. It's located in Sutterburn, Ohio, and serves as a place of encounter for Kappas to bring a revival to the Catholic Church. The aim is to expand to other locations as the CAP continues to draw Kappas from across the country and see waitlists for most sections. The CAP has also two other locations, Trego, Wisconsin, and Brighton, Michigan. Sessions run from June to the beginning of August. The motto is Awaken in Power and Equipped, seeks to prepare Kappas to engage in awakening and renewing of faith. The Summer Catholic Youth Camp is open for children grades 6 to 12 and lasts for a week. We seek to create an environment that allows each Kappa and their experience faith as an adventure and to know that they are seen, known, and loved, saying Sheila Mekung, head of communications, about Kappa's experience during the week. Just a little bit more. We seek to create an environment that allows each Kappa to experience faith as an adventure and to know that they are seen, known, and loved, saying Sheila Mekung. As a part of the CAP experience, Kappas participate in high adventure activities that lead to high adventure faith. Every day, Kappas can attend daily mass and prayer lab, a time to learn Lectio Divina and how to pray with scripture, and also take advantage of opportunities for further prayer, praise, worship, and Eucharistic adoration. Activities including low ropes, archery, hiking, fishing, and more. During this time, they discuss in small groups the Word of God. That's also night programming called Club, where Kappas perform skits and games led into a message on the week's cathedral theme. The CAP focuses on community, striving to become an environment of encounter. McCarran said that the CAP exists solely for the salvation of souls. Again, that's the Catholic Youth Summer Camp in Ohio, also in Wisconsin and Michigan. Again, the link for this is in the description box, so go check it out. So again, just a couple kind of cool stuff you can do in summer camps, and I think a lot of dioceses and I think of a lot more, parishes and priests are kind of wanting to have more of a church, attendance, a church camp. So like you're trying to have a group from your church go to, let's say, the Shrine of Lady Guadalupe or whatever the case might be. So, that's a good thing to do in the summertime too. I know of a lot of kind of indoor conferences. Like, I know Sikh is in like doing kind of winters in January. Um, I know at my diocese kind of have a couple of diocese retreats that they do. One's in the winter time, one's in the summertime. Again, it's more inside. It's not so much outside, but again, even just being inside, taking the time with God can be really beneficial. Even just being inside. Also another one, of course, is the Student Will Conference. My brother Sam came on the show and we discussed our favorite times at Student Will. And that's a great thing. It's all over the country, and again, that's more inside. That's not really outside, but again, it's a great way for us to spend part of a summer weekend in a different state or a different, region of the country's Studentville youth conferences. But again, I think really try to look for summer caps in your area, in your diocese. If they don't have any, try to start a couple up. Um, and again, maybe make a road trip with these summer caps that I mentioned and try to, like I said, get a group of kids from your area Catholic communities or, and go to it. So again, like I said, I got a list of just kind of top 10 national parks by one website. And again, one listener, one viewer actually asked me this question. And, they're like, can you do me, I got a question. I'm like, okay. Well, looking for show topics, family-friendly parks. And it's kind of like, okay, you mean city parks? You mean state parks? You mean national parks? What do you mean? And basically, just before I really answered, I didn't really answer. I just said, okay, sure, because again, it doesn't really matter what park, if it's a city, if it's a state, if it's a national park. Which one are more family friendly? Well, that all really depends on what type of stuff your family's in. Again, if you're into seeing God's beauty creation, like the Rocky Mountain National Park, go to the Rocky Mountain National Park. How about Yellowstone? That's beauty. Basically, all the national parks are just so beautiful. So go to all of them because, again, which one is best family friendly? Again, it's basically all of them, and it really depends on what your family's more into. Um, and it doesn't really matter how family friendly it is. That's basically our college disciples is to go out and spread the gospel. So, can you tell me that Rocky Mountain National Park is more family friendly than Yellowstone? Maybe not. I don't know, but I've been to both of them, and I love both of them. I would go back there. I would go back there in a heartbeat. So again, it's really just which one are more family friendly. It it all comes down to the family, and again, it doesn't really matter because we can all make the parks a better place while we're there. Like I said, by sharing the good news and being the witness of Christ, like we're called to be. So, just a little take on my part right there. That's what I think. So basically, the best U.S. national parks for 2023-2024. Again, this is by U.S. News, travel.usnews.com. So basically, the first one is Glacier National Park. I've not been to that one, but that's beautiful. Grand Canyon National Park is number 2. Yellowstone is as number 3. And again, I would definitely go back there. Yosemite National Park in California is number 4. Zion is number 5. Grand Teton, love that one too, is right next door. Yellowstone is number 6. Olympic National Park is number 7. Arches is number 8. Boyce Canyon National Park is number 9. And the Saquon National Park is number 10. Rocky Mountain National Park is 11. And Hawaii's, if we go to Hawaii's Volcanoes National Park is 12. And I guess the last three are Crater Lake at 13, Acadia 14, and Great Smoky Mountains National Park is last at 15. Wow, that's last, huh? Okay, cool. So again, I just read these parks off to you. I mean, I'm sure you know where most of them are. If not, the links down below. You can look them up and look up, how to get there, wherever. But again, it doesn't really matter how much family friendly they are. If your family's on a restful vacation for the body, hang out with family and friends, spend more time in God's creation, spend more time, being together as a family, praying together as a family, just, trying to get away and just kind of have a relaxing moment. I mean, again, you have to spend the whole vacation praying and talking to God, but spend time with them when you're away because, again, vacation is a time for rest for the body, but it shouldn't be a time for rest for the soul. And I hope you learned something from today's episode. So, if not, you can call me out on it, but that's what I got. So, again, links below. Share this with family and friends if they're going on vacation, if you're planning on going on vacation. Safe travels. And again, thank you for watching the show or listening to the show. We'll see you next week as we continue our show right here on Catholic Table Talk Podcast. This is, again, the Catholic podcast where everything Catholic is on the table.